Hey everybody, we are here at the Henry. The Henry is a classic place. Used to be Bullfini's. It's beautiful. It's owned by Josh Miranda, who's got a lot of other really interesting places. Right now, I'm here with Leigh Kellis, an old friend of mine, and Danny Rand, who is a musician. We're going to be hearing from Danny shortly. Some really awesome cello music is going to blow your mind. But in the meantime, Leigh is in charge of doing all the musical booking here. And we wanted to talk to Leigh a little bit more about the origin of that, what's going to be happening in the near future, all of those things. So welcome, Leigh. Thank you.
Thank you, Luigi. Thanks for joining us here. So this is the Henry, the old Bullfini's, which people know about. This building is from 1862, so there's a lot going on in here. Right now, it's a gorgeous space that Josh and his team renovated. It's cozy couches, chandeliers, and a great little stage. We're featuring some of the best musicians in Portland right now. Every night of the week, minus Sunday, we have kind of my favorite musicians in town. So every night of the week, you can come and get a delicious drink, really good food, and definitely guaranteed good music.
It does seem like you've kind of cultivated like a lineup, a lot of performers, people you've known because you've been in the scene for a while. But you have jazz on certain nights. What could we expect?
Monday night, most people know Jimmy Champi. He's a legend around town. He's every Monday. Tuesday is Flash Allen. He's also a master of the keys with Lawrence Kelly. They sing Frank Sinatra tunes and feel-good kind of stuff. Every Wednesday is Mark Chilimme. He brings his jazz geniuses with him. Thursday, at this point, we have King Coyote mostly, and then Friday we have rotating incredible local artists Saturday as well, and then followed by dancing DJs after that at 9 o'clock every single Friday and Saturday. So this room is always guaranteed musical delight.
Yeah, and what's the kind of the style? Because we'll get some shots of the place. It's much different than it was Bullfini's. I think it's got that more classical look to it, and I feel like Josh kind of likes to have a style to each of his places, right? Like Poppy's is more tapas, Spanish type of thing. Yep. Blythe and Burroughs has a style. Via Vecchia, it's like an Italian place.
This is the Henry Wadsworth Longfellow establishment. This room specifically, I feel, is a little more bohemian with the couches and the chandeliers, and it's classy. So we're trying to make sure it feels more of a listening room, so people who really appreciate music can get comfortable in the couches and sit, and it's kind of a quieter space. So we're not doing rock and roll bands and spilling drinks everywhere. It's more of a classy environment.
So right now we're going to hear from Danny Rand, who's going to be playing tomorrow night, actually tonight as we play. Go see these guys. He's with Jacob McCurdy. Let's talk a little more. Hey, Danny, how you doing?
Good to see you too.
So you grew up here in Maine?
Yeah, up in Lewiston.
Up in Lewiston. And it sounded like you've been playing cello for like 25 plus years.
Yep, 27 years.
27 years, yeah, exactly. So did you say you went to school
Yeah, I went to Bowling Green State University for music performance.
Performance, yeah.
And I moved back out here, and I actually met Jacob McCurdy downstairs here about 10 years ago, and since then we've been playing all over the place.
And your band is the Distinguished Gentlemen, is that right?
Well, it's the Dapper Gents.
Dapper Gentlemen,
Dapper
right.
Gents. But we do a lot of stuff as a duo, and then we play with a lot of the best bass players and drummers around town, and they fill in when we have to do these bigger weddings and events and stuff like that.
So what would you say is kind of your style of cello? I mean, we're going to be hearing a couple songs here. You have a ton of pedals. We're going to be seeing those because we'll get some close-ups of them. Do you do a lot of different interesting kind of experimental stuff? Or
I have a looper pedal so I can play over myself and add things to it, and then I have different effects pedals like distortion and a phaser and flanger and a wah pedal, and it does all kinds of crazy noises that you usually hear on like a electric guitar.
So any heads up on what songs you're going to do for us?
I'm going to do 2 covers that I arranged. One is The Hills by the Weeknd, and the other is Royals by Lord.
So let's get right to that, right, without further ado. But where else can they can find you guys at dappergentleman.com or things like that?
It's the dappergentsband.com.
Dappergentsband.com. And can they look you up on social media?
Just at DapGents, and that'll take you to pretty much anywhere you need to go.
And look up Leigh too, look up the Henry, find everybody, come here, have a good time, it's great. Thanks, we'll be right back.